My prediction is we're going to different shards. And... Alright, we got 1 minute. We're already past the time. This should be coming up. My guess is that Reaper is going to be the main... Oh, here we go. my guess is that Reaper is going to be the main job. Oh, this is the new song. This is the Omega song. The final phase of Omega. Well, and the Ultima and all that stuff. And Twintania. My guess is gonna be Reaper. And we're gonna go to like a bunch of shards and stuff. That's my guess. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm probably completely off the mark. Oh, this is cool. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Let's check this out. Okay. The Earth is exploding. That's nice. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, this is the 13. Or yeah, the shards, I knew it. It was gonna be the shards. We're gonna be going throughout the shards. Okay. Showing the previous experiences. I believe we have like 3 or 4 shards we haven't been to. So we're uniting all the shards. We're combining them back up? That's crazy if that's the case.
One more time. It's my favorite story.
Square Enix.
You know it better than me by now. But if you insist.
Yes! All right, I'm ready. Tell me about the Promised Land.
Long, long ago, in a time few yet recall,
The Promised Land.
life prospered, for the world was rich in plenty.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Majestic trees stood sentinel over lands without end. From towering peaks sprang rivers, flowing into and feeding great seas. And noble kingdoms flourished.
Whoa, what the?
For naught.
What the hell? This is another shard. This has gotta be another shard. What the heck? He just drop kicked him? I can't really hear the sound very well.
Came the relentless ice. The world
Ice. Which shard was the one that got hit by ice?
cold and still. Men succumbed to bitter sorrow.
I don't know if there was one, actually. I don't know.
And as we struggled to survive, they marched, and all was lost. We had no choice but to flee to the sky.
The skies. Is that a girl that we met? Oh shit. Let's go. Aura representation.
And then what happened?
It's the Auras, dude.
The land below became a frozen waste.
It's the Aura patch.
But everything changed when they arrived.
The Traveler. The one from the sky.
Aye, though in those days we knew them as
Oh, Reaper. He's gonna be Reaper. He's gonna be fucking Reaper. Oh, that's the new job. It's either Reaper or that's the new job. That's either Reaper or that's the new job, dude. So I was kind of right that we're going to a different shard, but I don't know if we're going to all the shards. I was expecting to actually like travel between a bunch of shards, but technically what we're trying to do is unite them all into one. That's what I saw. And we got an Aura expansion. Hell yeah, dude. Aura representation. Let's go, dude. I'm excited. I am excited. What the fuck is Yoshi P doing? So it's the ice expansion. Hi guys! Hi guys! Alright guys, so after watching that trailer, I'm just gonna rewatch it again now that it's actually come out. And I'm just gonna, you know, give my impressions and pause and go little by little and give it a more in-depth and detail look into the trailer itself. So let's get started here. So the first thing I saw was this, and I thought that this was the 13th when I saw like that black goop and everything being destroyed. When I saw this, I was like, oh, this has got to be the 13th. And then I got really excited when I saw the shards. I was like, yes, I was right. We're going to all the shards and saving them or whatever we're doing. Obviously, this is the Atham crystal, the one that we get in Shadowbringers. Hold fast to what you must and meet your fate without fear. Okay. Doesn't really say much. This is the key, I believe, to travel between shards. You can hear a little bit in the theme. You can hear a little bit of the Amarat theme song, a little bit, like da da dun dun. Yeah, this looks like the shards like rejoining the source. That'll be cool if you can rejoin like the first with the source. Like, will that bring like the people that are in the first to the source? I don't know how that works. Yeah, and it says here, go forth, discover, unite the stars into one. Yeah.
One more time.
I really want to see the full song of this.
It's my favorite story.
Oh, you know it better than me by now. But if you insist.
Yes. All right, I'm ready.
So, a couple of things here. This is a Mikote because of the tail. If you look at the tail, it's a furry tail. It looks like a Mikote tail. I could be wrong. She could be like a Rothgar or something, but she looks like a Mikote, and also the face doesn't look like a Rothgar, like her mouth. So this looks like a Mikote because of the tail. She's got a little tail going on. This is a Ra.
All right, I'm ready.
This Ara could be the girl that we met. I forget her name. The one that we met in the story. It could be like a young version of her, potentially. Who knows?
All right, I'm ready. Tell me about the promised land.
Long,
I don't think we were seeing an old Mikote before.
long ago, in a time few yet recall, life prospered, for the world was rich in plenty. Majestic trees stood sentinel over lands without end. From towering peaks sprang rivers, flowing into and feeding great seas.
So this crystal is important, and I think there's gonna be multiple of these crystals. Because they show like some artwork of like a different like city with the different looking crystal that had a slightly different design. It still had the little like spinning thing around it, but it was a little bit thinner, and it had like a center area. This one is just like two spinning things around each other. So I don't know what these crystals entail, but they're probably going to be very important to the story.
And noble kingdoms flourished, wanting for naught.
That looks beautiful, by the way. Jesus. That drop kick threw me. That was freaking awesome. So they're in the sky, in Sky Islands, and they do mention that the people in this place live in the sky because the ground is basically just ice. So like everything froze over except the islands in the sky.
But then came the
Let me lower the volume a little bit here.
relentless ice. The world grew cold, cold and still. Men succumbed to bitter sorrow. And as we struggled to survive, they marched, and all was lost. We had no
So these we saw some artwork of these guys, or at least something like this, where they have this weird like they have this weird like thing in their heart, or whatever, their torso. They have this like spike going through the middle, and there's a hole. And they have like really like long arms. So I don't know what these things are, but I'm guessing it's something to do with maybe my guess is that these are kind of like the sin eaters, or the you know, the ether things. This could be like the ice version of sin eaters. You know, like sin eaters are light. These are ice versions of that. Maybe that's probably my guess, my best guess. But it's weird that they don't look more icy. They look like stone. I mean, maybe you could say that this is ice, but they look more stonish than anything else, like stone golems or something.
We had no choice but to flee to the sky.
Yeah. That looks cool as hell. I don't know if this is the same girl that we met. But she gets friggin' obliterated. Dude, this guy looks sick. That looks real good. Holy crap. His mustache is also made of scales. This could be a quote me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this is in the game, right? This could be like they were talking about putting new like facial accessories and things on characters. This could be something that the aura can do, like put like a scale mustache instead of just a regular mustache. But this guy looks really cool. I like the eyes.
became a frozen waste. But everything changed when they arrived.
Okay, who's they?
Traveler, the one from the sky.
Okay, probably talking about us? Are we gonna do some time traveling? Maybe we arrive like in the past, and then everything goes to hell, and we go into the future. So we're the same person that arrived in the past. I feel some time traveling shenanigans happening again.
Aye, though in those days we knew them as
Yeah, Reaper.
Wanderer.
I didn't see that part. Like when I was watching the trailer, I didn't see this part. So I didn't know it was a Reaper. I was like, oh yeah, it's gotta be Reaper. And I was like, oh maybe it's the new job, but no, it's Reaper. That's a scythe, which makes sense because I think that the job Reaper is gonna translate back to this place somehow because Garlemald is like a snowy area. Maybe they learn how to be a Reaper from this other dimension, which is this shard. Even though Reapers summon void sense, right? So they basically are connected to the 13th. Maybe Reapers are more like multidimensional. You know, like the job Reaper is more like they travel through dimensions and shit like that. That's their quirk, I guess. So they can obtain like things from the 13th, and they come from the 4th, which is this place, or they developed how to fight on the source, shit like that. But it's interesting. Very cool. Very cool. Where is he standing? Yeah. Evercold. Taking you to the next level. Okay, so not a lot to talk about in this trailer, obviously, aside from the fact that we're going to the 4th. And this is the new, I guess, is the new beginning of the new story, right? This is where the story, the next saga starts. Most like Hydaelyn and Zodiac started all the way back in 1.0. This is gonna be the godless quote unquote saga, which is probably gonna be us going through all the shards and combining them back to the source. Will we do a lot of shards this summer? I think we might not just be going to the 4th. I think we might be going to multiple shards. Aside from the 4th, because there is so much art when it comes to like area design. The area design is a huge aspect of this expansion and how the areas look and stuff. So I'm really curious to see. I'm very curious to see what happens. I'm curious about this too. And I'm really happy with the aura representation. This looks great. As an aura myself, actually I have the same exact horns as this guy. I'm like, damn, that looks fucking good. So anyway, I think that's about it, honestly. Like, there's not much we can talk about other than the fact that, it's pretty straightforward. People flew to the skies on the 4th to save themselves from the ice. This is probably going to be the ice calamity, so we're probably going to be dealing with the Asians trying to rejoin this back to the source in a calamity sense. And our goal is probably going to be trying to join it back to the source, but in a more humane way, like not killing everybody there, right? We're probably going to bring them and join them back to the source through some sort of wizardry that puts them both worlds together and somehow keeps them the same. Like the people can, instead of rejoining together, they'll coexist. Coexist. I can't even say that word. Coexist side by side. So yeah, that's about it. Pretty cool trailer. Again, not a lot to say. As far as I go, this was just a teaser. I can't wait for the actual trailer to come out. But yeah. Peace.